What is up, everybody? Welcome to Cinema Trip Previews. I am Wyatt, and I am back today with another trailer reaction, this time for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Not 3 times, only twice. This is, of course, the sequel to, the 1980s Beetlejuice movie directed by Tim Burton. Tim Burton has come back to direct this new one. Winona Ryder is back. You got a newcomer with Jenna Ortega back in the fold. I'm guessing she's playing Lydia's daughter in the movie. You got Catherine O'Hara coming back as the mom. Question still remains, though, is Alec Baldwin coming back? Is Gina Davis coming back? Who knows? Who knows who else is coming back to Beetlejuice? Hopefully we'll see in this trailer here. From what I understand, just kind of reading and doing some research over since it was announced, Tim Burton wanted to kind of get back to basics, use a lot of practical effects. This all sounds very similar to the Alien trailer reaction we did yesterday about how they're trying to get back to basics, make it scary again, use practical effects and not a lot of CGI. Apparently, Tim Burton is also trying to get back to basics, use a lot of practical effects, use a lot of practical sets, get rid of all the old CGI bullshit he's been doing for the last 10, 15 years now at this point. It's been insane how the downward spiral that Tim Burton has gone on over the past 10 years or so. So, hopefully this can kind of restore Tim Burton's name to good graces amongst a lot of Tim Burton fans and a lot of other folks that are fans of his movies, and a lot of people that are fans of Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is an all-time favorite of mine. I absolutely love it. I scooped it on 4K a little while ago. Obviously, like a lot of people, I was very skeptical about them announcing a sequel and bringing everybody back. And of course, Michael Keaton's back as Beetlejuice himself. There's a lot of skepticism around this movie as a whole. Because, normally sequels like this many years later, they normally don't turn out very well. They're usually a very mixed bag or just turn out very terrible. Really shouldn't be done in the first place. Hopefully this one can kind of push us the other direction. Hopefully this one is worth a sequel and worth the time and going out and seeing it and it's worthy of standing up next to the original classic. So without further ado, let's get right into this. I didn't even see anything from the trailer. I only saw the initial stills that came out a day or two ago, which is pretty exciting. So let's just check out this trailer here. So we're looking at Beetlejuice Beetlejuice trailer. We're looking at 1 minute and 16 seconds. Not very long. I guess it is, like they say, a teaser trailer similar to the Alien Romulus one. So who knows if we'll get as much information packed into this one as we did in the Alien Romulus one from yesterday. So let's check it out. Oh man, look at that town. Jenna Ortega, there's the covered bridge. Daylight come and we want to go. Of course they had to bring the song back, right? Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and we want to go. Wow. Still standing after all these years.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose. That reminds me of just O.J. Simpson. Back in the day when he played football, the juice is loose. Man, we got to watch it again. Let's watch it again. It's only 1 minute, 15 seconds. Let's try to dissect this thing a little bit. Damn, it's so crazy seeing all these old locations back, in modern day. The school that Lydia went to, I'm guessing, like I mentioned, I'm assuming Jenna Ortega's the daughter. Oh, got the cover bridge there. Daylight come and we want to go. Yeah, he's happy. Wonder who died. I wonder if it's the father, because, all the shit going on with that actor. You don't need to bring him back out. My guess is Jenna Ortega is the one that kind of initiates Beetlejuice, and when we see Winona Ryder, she knows what's going on. She knows what's about. Great seeing that old model of the town.
The juice is loose.
Let's go. That's cute. like a solid shot of that last. Look at him. Look at Michael Keaton. Look at him, man. He looks great as Beetlejuice. And I feel like the age, that he's at now with like more wrinkles and weathered face, I think it kind of helps Beetlejuice in a way, especially like all these years later. Who knows how long Beetlejuice has been waiting in that, waiting for his turn down there amongst the undead. He had the number that fucking, it's a whole ass scroll. But yeah, I mean, there's some questions out of this. Obviously, it was really short. We didn't really get too much at all. From what we can kind of tell from the trailer, it looks like Lydia goes up, discovers the model, and she's the one that's like probably reads the sign like Beetlejuice, 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 unleashes the dude. Of course, Lydia's going to know exactly what's happening. She's going to be pissed. But it's going to stir up a whole lot of trouble going forward for them, I guess. The real question is, what happened to Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis's character? Because at the end of the original Beetlejuice, they were kind of living happy together in the house and everything. So what happened to them? Did they end up moving on to the afterlife somewhere? Did they end up leaving the house? Because they weren't able to leave the house really before. So it's a big question of what really happened to them. Maybe they're kind of keeping that under wraps. Maybe they are in the movie in some capacity. Who knows? There's so many questions out of just a minute and 15 seconds, even though I feel like we didn't get nearly as much information in this one as we did from Alien yesterday. There's not really any red flags from me at this point off of a minute and 15 second trailer. The only red flag is it being, a sequel, 30 something years later at this point. Like I mentioned earlier, those movies rarely work out for the best. Hopefully this one can, kind of go in a different direction. Hopefully this one actually turns out really good. I haven't seen a lot of Tim Burton stuff lately, as of lately. I didn't watch the Wednesday show with Jenna Ortega. I didn't see any of his last couple movies. I just heard the reception of them was very, very poor. But, I mean, hopefully, I'm hoping for the best. I love Beetlejuice. It's great to have Michael Keaton back. He looks absolutely fantastic. Looks like he didn't miss a beat with this one. He has that grumbly voice that he has. The juice is loose, as he says in the trailer. I'm very excited. There's really not much else to talk about as far as the trailer because there's not much in there. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of callbacks to the original movie. Hopefully they don't fall into line with where the other, sequels many years later traps that they kind of fall into where they try to incorporate too many references and too many nostalgia bait into the movie. I don't want a whole movie just reminding me of how good the first one is. I want it to be its kind of own entity. I want it to be its own thing. Let me love the sequel for how the sequel is, not just because I love the first one, Give me a reason to like this movie, not just because you're throwing out stuff I remember from the first one. I'm hoping that this one turns out really well. It looks like there's probably going to be some decent performances in here. Winona Ryder looks as great as ever in this one. I'm interested to see how the mom and the family kind of play into this as well with Kathleen O'Hara and all that, because she was one of the best parts of the original as well. But yeah, there's really not much else to dissect as far as this goes. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm glad this is another teaser trailer that didn't show a ton of stuff, because we're in a world where all these trailers or teaser trailers come out and they're showing you the whole movie in a minute 15 seconds, 2.5 minutes. I'm tired of that. I'm glad we're kind of getting these short little tiny trailers, just kind of giving you a taste of what's to come here instead of just showing you the whole damn movie and exactly the best parts going into the movie. You're like, oh, I saw that in the trailer. Well, hopefully this kind of sets a precedent going forward of like more tinier, compact trailers that doesn't give you a lot of information. Absolutely love it. Makes you even more excited to go out and check it out whenever it releases. But yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. As always, make sure to check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Cinema Trip Reviews. Also, check us out wherever you get your podcasts. Drop in and leave us a good review there. And we'll see everybody next time.